Hello, family. We're going live. I hope that you can see and hear me. It's going to be a special night. Going to take some special time with you on this Friday, the 4th of May. Awesome weekend ahead of us. Pray that your week has been blessed and highly favored. And we got some great information to share with you on tonight. I want you to say hello when you come in. Let us know you're there. I'm trying to get to a spot where I can see. I have a special guest that's going to be joining in with me. Hello. We want to say hi, BB. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Hope you'll share this broadcast with us. Help us to get the word out. We're talking about some great stuff on tonight. I have a dear sister in the Lord who will be joining me shortly. We'll be talking together about how to win big and get the best free vacations. And yes, I did say free. I didn't stutter. There's no exaggeration. And we're going to give you the exact explanation behind all of it, and you'll be glad you did. So let's go ahead and see if I can get my sister in here, because that's what I need to do. Pastor Deborah, are you there? I'm not seeing you yet. And you know I have to multitask, and this attention deficit can get the best of me when I'm doing that. So I'll need to know when you get in. I believe I'm visible. I believe I'm audible. Hello, Janet. Good to see you. Thanks for chiming in. Hope you'll stay with us and share this broadcast as well. Thank y'all for being so kind, so nice, so sweet, so friendly. You know, the Bible says concerning that, he that would have friends must show himself friendly, and you all are doing that. Thank you so very much. All right, Pastor, you asked me, can I see you? Let's see if I can see you. Let's see. No, I can't see you. You have to get into the lobby. Let me give you that link one more time. You click that link, and you should be there. Give me just one moment, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting our special guest, our surprise guest for tonight. Want to make sure that she's in, and we'll be starting this together. But please take some time to share this. I mean, you're saying, well, what are we sharing? You're going to be sharing some love tonight, talking about how to win big and get the best free vacations with paid to save travel. If you ever wanted to take some phenomenal vacations at free prices, you're in the right place at the right time, because that's exactly what we're going to be showing you on tonight. Now, I'm still not seeing my special guest. I don't know why, and I really don't want to get started without her. So if y'all will bear with us as she kind of gets situated, I believe that she should be here shortly. All right, I think I see her coming in now. Amen. Here we go. Let's see. I know that face. Woman of God, how are you, darling?
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute. We are both technically challenged at times.
We both are, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but we're going to get where we're going.
People think we are amazing, though. They just don't know.
Well, you are amazing, but we're technically challenged, all right? All right. So here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to tag team tonight, and I have with me my fearless leader, woman of God, none other than the Pastor Deborah Taylor, who is my special guest tonight. And in fact, let me tell you why she's special. She's the woman of God that got me on this journey in this particular part of travel. We're both travel agents, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But in the travel club component, this was all new to me until November. And she's the one that kept posting so tediously, so consistently. And it got the best of me, made me have a few questions. Inquiring minds wanted to know. And I'm so glad I found out what was going on in the neck of the woods of Pastor Deborah Taylor. So, Pastor, introduce yourself for the audience tonight, for the benefit of those who might be meeting you for the first time, and then we're going to go ahead and get this party started.
All right. Well, my name is Deborah Taylor, and I've actually been elevated to Apostle Deborah Taylor of the Market
Oh, my Lord.
last weekend. I know. I'll have to tell you about that.
Yes,
Um,
yes, definitely.
yeah, it was quite awesome at the Faith and Business Gathering here in Memphis. I am. So I've pastored a long time. I am a faithpreneur in the marketplace. I believe in multiple streams. Me and my husband pastored close to 18, about almost 20 years, and we retired. And one of the reasons that I got into travel is because I love to travel. I was traveling as a pastor. I was traveling to conventions. Just traveling all across, really to many countries. I went to Africa, one of my bucket list trips, and I'm married. My children are, they would say, seasoned adults. They're not
Hmm.
even young adults anymore. They're past young adult. So, I'm going to be a great grandma real soon, and
My, my, my.
grandmother of two. And I've been married a long time. I've been with my husband be 43 years.
My God.
We've been together that long. We
Together, y'all.
celebrated 30 years of marriage. He have to tell you about that one, but
All
thank
right.
God for Jesus.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Trying to follow in your footsteps. Tell Pastor Guy say hello. Now, you didn't mention your books. Tell us about your authoring of the books you have.
Okay, so I have co-authored 5 anthologies, and from with different women across the world. The last book I did, there was 68 countries involved, with women from 68 different countries. And then I decided that I wanted to help other people. I decided that I wanted to help other women as well as men, to be able to launch. And so I started an anthology called Time the Knot Between the Ministry and the Marketplace. It really came out of my own desire and my own struggle of deciding how I could connect ministry and the marketplace together. And so the first book had 12 authors in it that we released across the country. And proudly, last weekend, we released 23 authors
Woo!
from across the country. Within 1 year, we put out 2 books. And I'm very proud of it. And it's part of my faith and business ministry in the marketplace. And I'll be launching a new website about that. I have to tell you about that too.
Yeah.
That will be being launched.
Mhm.
And we'll be providing some coaching and some networking and pastoring and consulting to faithpreneurs. Um,
Good.
so those 23 authors were released. People came from 31, can you believe it, 31 different cities,
Wow.
and from all through the Caribbean, from St. Thomas, St. Martin, uh, and Trinidad. A young woman came and brought her family and represented. We had one family that came, one of the authors came and brought almost 20 members of her family from Wisconsin.
My God. My
So
God.
it was an
Tell us about some of your guests, some of your keynote speakers, some of your guests for your special event. Tell us about that.
for the special event for the Faith and Business Gathering. Um, One of my special guests was Apostle H. Daniel Wilson, who is also my spiritual father. He is the one who started the group Shekinah Glory. He's out of Valley Kingdom Ministries in Oak Forest, Illinois. He's also a businessman. He's a music producer, as you know. So he does that. He also is a producer of movies. He has a new movie getting ready to come out. So he does a lot in the marketplace. He also was in a direct marketing company as well, very big and huge in that. And so he was here and he taught on the Seven Mountain Movement,
Mhm.
in which what the book is about,
Mhm.
how we affect those 7 areas, those 7 key areas in the marketplace around business, family, religion, arts and entertainment, education, government, um, and how we and media, and how we as especially as kingdom people affect those areas and how that will transcend how we transcend those spiritual mountains of influence, and how that transcends the world and bringing the world into the knowledge of Jesus Christ. And that's
Wow.
what I really love about Paid to Save, because I
Mm.
really honestly believe in my heart that David Hart, Todd Strand, Rosa Battle, Jorg Battle, you want me to go on?
You
Uh,
can.
the mighty Cecilia Kennedy, Dr.
Betsy Ball.
They are some show enough Curtis Cross, the praise and worship leader,
Mm.
Alta L up, and
Mm.
they are like the beast of marketplace ministry. I'm looking forward to learning a lot from them. When I found out Todd Strand had been downloading information around biblical network marketing, do you know
Mm.
how excited I was?
Yes, 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 yes,
So,
yes.
so Apostle H. Daniel Wilson. Then we had an apostle and his wife, where I currently serve, Apostle Ricky D. Floyd. He also is an entrepreneur and a pastor, and serves also in the capacity of government, as he is the chaplain, one of the chaplains in community pastors for the mayor's office here in Memphis, as
Mm-hmm.
well as his wife. They're both business people. And they encourage. They both are part of a direct service and network marketing. One of the big things that he's involved in is care bars, and so we had them speak, and then we had some of our authors speak, who are professional business coaches, financial investments. One owns a conglomerate of daycare centers around education. We have one that has just became a doctor. We have several, so they all spoke on the different mountains that they sat on, and then we had a panel discussion encompassing all of the mountains, and it was just so those were our speakers, and it was just phenomenal. And then
Wow.
we had a group come in to do prophetic. They're more than dancers, and so they came in and they did some healing and prophetic and apostolic dancing that brought forth deliverance and healing. And then we had about 30 vendors that shared in the marketplace. It was just huge. And then we had David Hart was one of the sponsors for our reception on Friday night. PS2 Travel was and that speaks volumes of him as well. He was
Yes,
a
it does.
personal sponsor, so it wasn't
Yeah.
even the company. He was like, here,
Yeah.
I want to be a blessing. I want to sow into what you're doing, and because he
Yes.
was out there with you, so he couldn't come
Yes.
to me and be with you.
Yeah.
He was
Well, we working on that. Time travel is next.
right. And so it was just a great event, and I'm just was honored that because Apostle H. Daniel is my spiritual father, and he
Yes.
surprised us by elevating us, me and my husband, to apostles
My
in the
Lord.
marketplace.
My Lord. Sounds like you have been thoroughly in the presence of the Lord with all that going on.
I have, and I'm just looking for great things for this team.
Yes.
I am so glad that I was speaking on that today about authentic relationships and
Yes.
covenant relationships. And I really believe that God has brought us together along with the other people that he's bringing into this business, that he's brought us together. I thank God for Jacob,
Yes.
Bill, and Barry
Yes.
Donaldson. I don't want to leave them out.
Yes.
I don't want to leave them out. I really believe that sometimes things happen to bring you to this place. And I really
Wow.
believe that I've been brought to this place. Is it a
Wow.
perfect place? No, but it's a
No, no,
great
no.
place. And I'm looking for God to do supernatural great things with us.
Good God.
That we are able to what I said today, that we are passionate, that we are prosperous, and that we are able to download our profit into the kingdom of God. Because as
My.
a pastor, honey, I know you struggle with budgets. I know you struggle with people just tithing, and
Oh
we
my.
need to teach our people how to not only give, but to have a way
Most
of understanding the essence of multiple streams to be able to
yes.
sow. And I remember the advice of a Christian millionaire that began to mentor me. And one thing that he said to me, he said, Pastor Deborah, he said, what I'm going to share with you, if you teach people how to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. But if you keep throwing them fish and giving them fish, they'll never learn how to eat.
They'll never do it.
And so I'm on a mission to teach people how to eat and eat for a lifetime, and not only eat for a lifetime, but to create generational legacy wealth.
Yes.
Right? That because I'm going to be a great grandma for the first time. Woo!
My Lord.
And
that's a couple of generations.
For the other generations, right? So right now, presently, I moved my mother here, and we just found out we're having a 5th generation of girls because my mom is still living, I'm living, my daughter's living, my granddaughter's living, and she's having a girl. Isn't that a blessing?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And and the Lord had told me that I was going to establish a round table, a circle of women millionaires.
Brothers left out? No brothers allowed? What? What we gotta do?
Now the good thing about that is that I got the revelation, and so when I got the revelation about that, the Lord created a round table that we have started called the Barak Round Table, which encompasses the men. And it came out of Judges 4. Remember Judges 4, right? Okay, so we probably got some Christians on here. In Judges 4, Barak was getting ready to go into battle, but what he had a discussion with who? With Deborah, right? And he did not want to go into that battle. Barak had a wife.
That's right.
You got a wife. And Deborah had a husband, like I got a husband. But what did they do? They went into battle and they did what? What they do?
Come on. Tell us. You tell us. You tell us.
They went into the battle and they won. Right?
Because they listened to who?
Because they listened, right? They listened to the Lord. Right? And so all I'm saying is that there's a reason why the Lord brought me and you together, because I believe that you're a Barak kind of guy.
I receive it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Pastor Deborah Taylor, powerful anointed woman of God. We're going to take some time to do a few things. I wanted you all to really hear her heart before we get into some of the content. For those of you who follow my broadcast, we're grateful for your time tonight. You could be doing anything. You could be anywhere, but you're spending a little time with us. So I want to acknowledge, I believe we got none other than Melly Mel in the house, Mel Darton. God bless you, darling. Thank you for spending some time with us. We believe it's going to be an investment. I think we got Gerald Hightower in the house. Man of God, bless you. I believe we have Sister Joan in the house. And of course, we have Miss Janet Feig with us tonight. And we're grateful. She says we're beautiful people. You have the beauty, darling. We thank you for taking time with us. She asked, how do you do so? You do so much. How do you do it? Well, I believe Pastor Deborah and I have this in common. We operate in the harmony of what God has given us. And I simplify it this way.
Yes.
Ministry is our foundation. And we're both leaders in what he's given us to do. But to reach the vision, it requires entrepreneurship. That's what fuels and provides for the things that God has given us vision for. So that entrepreneurship that you see us taking part in is so that everything can be provided for, that God has given us the unction and the calling to do. And even as we see in the scriptures, it says, don't despise small beginnings.
Yeah,
you're just seeing the start of something. The greatness is there, no doubt about it. But you're just seeing the start of something, and we're both excited about it. And I'm grateful for the partnership that she and I have. I hold her in high esteem, her and her husband, Pastor Guy, and many others that she's named. And we'll be talking more about some of those a little bit later. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get that ready for you. And I'm going to do it in a way that I want you to see us, but our faces on the screen are going to become smaller. And the PowerPoint, as it is, that should be the larger. So I want to make sure that I do this appropriately. And Pastor Deborah, you can do it better because I want to make sure. Let me see. I want to make sure I get this right. No, that ain't the way I want it. Let's see. No. I want to get this thing. Oh, no. Give me just one moment. See how technically challenged we are? I want to make sure that the PowerPoint is large for you guys to really see it. Give me just one moment because I got to get this right for you guys. Yeah, that's it right there. So now that I have that, Pastor Deb, I want you to take a look for me and make sure that if you can look at the screen that you're seeing, because I can't see it at this particular time. Is the PowerPoint large and we're small? I want to make sure that's the format it's in.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, we're cooking with oil, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go ahead. I can't say we're about to get started because we've already started. So don't miss the things we've already been talking about. Ministry is the foundation of both of us, and not just us alone, but from the CEO of the company, Mr. David Hart, and his lovely wife, Adela, and all the way down the top leadership of this company are all of us. We're people of faith, and we believe that it's not, as she said, it's not coincidental, it's not accidental, but it's the providence of God that has literally aligned us together for such a time as this. And all of us have roles to play. But guess what? There are very many more persons who haven't even showed up on the scene yet. Maybe that next person is you. We don't know. You may not even know. But after this presentation, we hope it'll be clear to you as God speaks to your heart, we believe, about this opportunity. Now, again, you can do 1,000 other things. There's a lot of companies out there. There's a lot of opportunities. But if you'll understand this, God is a God of alignment. God is a God of intention, of purpose, and all of that. And sometimes you have to literally have the heartbeat that allows you to connect with the right people. Maybe that right person might be Pastor Deborah. Maybe it might be me. Maybe it might be someone else on our team or someone who's not even on our team. You might be watching this broadcast. It might have been shared with you from someone else. Listen to the move of the Spirit. Listen to the alignment of the Spirit and allow God to align you with the right people that you need to be connected to. Because I believe when you do that, you're setting yourself up for some things that you couldn't possibly do on your own in any other shape, form, or fashion. So we're going to be talking about tonight how to win big and get the best free vacations with paid to save travel. And again, we have the illustrious Pastor Deborah Taylor with me sharing this, and we're going to do this together. We've not rehearsed this. We've not prepared this, but on my slide, Pastor, can you see this? Can you see the slide? Can you see the slide there?
I see the slide, but I can't read it.
Okay. Is it the largest thing that you see though?
Yes.
Okay. What it says is it says savings account. And it literally breaks down the categories. It says how much money do Americans have in their savings account? And it's breaking it down from we call flat broke, busted and disgusted, can't be trusted. And that means zero, goose egg. And this statistic shows that 34% of Americans, and we're talking about adults, are in that category. The next category, in fact, the largest category is 35%, and that's less than 1,000. So when you combine those two, that's the lion's share. We're talking about 69% of Americans across this country, and the largest and the most wealthiest nation on the planet. 69% of, I think we got some feedback there, Pastor. So when you combine those, yeah, the feedback from the play is there. Can you still hear me and see me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So 69% of Americans, guys, in the wealthiest nation on the planet have less than $1,000 in our savings. We're going to go just a little bit into this area, and I'm going to tell you why. You say, well, we're talking about vacations. We're talking about traveling for free. Let me just throw this out there and get my sister's opinion on it. And that is how often people, as we say, and I've been there myself, you know, you go and do something nice and, you know, you feel like you deserve it. Your family deserve it. But what we do is, done it before, you'll run up a credit card. You'll make a ton of debt to go on vacation. And we're going to show you tonight, man of God, woman of God, there's a better way. You don't have to keep doing that anymore. I promise you, we promise you tonight, we're going to show you how you can have the same level of vacation or higher, and it'll be free. It won't come out of what the debt pile that you've already made, and you don't have to make another debt pile to do it. You don't have to.
Yes.
Pastor, have you ever known anyone, if it's ever been your experience, or anyone you know, they go on a wonderful vacation, but when they come back, they really didn't want to come back, and one of the reasons is because now they know they got to pay for that thing, and it's going to take them the next year or more to pay for it. Have you ever had that experience or known anybody like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Credit cards maxed out. Yeah.
So there's a better way. When you look at this statistic here, guys, we're not making this up. This puts it all into perspective from every category, from the youngest millennials to the Generation Xers, what I used to be, to the older Generation Xers, to the baby boomers, all the way to the seniors. And it just shows you, here's a scenario. When you look at, let's look at the highest numbers here in this category, don't have any savings. It shows that the highest category would be the baby boomers. That's age 55 to 64.
That's
22.
me.
Oh, Lord. Well, Pastor, what that's saying is that persons in that age group, they 22.8, that's the largest majority of all comparisons. They don't have anything in savings. Can you speak on that just for a moment?
Well, most I believe that a lot of baby boomers live from check to check. You know, they lived, we spend, and then I was a perfect example. I mean, I've retired early, but when I worked for a job that really didn't have a good retirement plan. So when I lost my job, and when they gave me my little bit of whatever they were going to give me, it wasn't a full year's salary after working for one company for 30 years.
My Lord.
Kind of sad. So what happens is that, and then they penalize you at 40%.
Yes.
You spend the money, but then you're caught between a rock and a hard place because you're really too old, right, to really go get a decent job, especially when you've been used to making, you know, well over $100,000 a year,
right?
Benefits and all of that, and then, you know, so we lived. You know, a lot of baby boomers, we lived to be middle class, but we have lived longer. So, like, I just one of my friends, she got a good retirement, but she's outlived her savings. She lived far longer. She's in her 80s, so she lived far longer than she thought she was. So all her money has dried up. So now she ended up having to go into assisted living.
My God,
longer. So we outlive our savings. We might outlive our 401k. We wasn't taught to invest. We wasn't taught about multiple streams. Like my children tell me, they'll say, well, nobody's working a job 30 years anymore, mother. But we thought that was what we were supposed to do. Go to school, right?
Something new.
Get a good education, get a job, get a house, get married.
Live happily ever after.
Right? Take a vacation every once in a while.
Right.
That was life.
Right. And then life happened. And Pastor, would you say that a lot of the baby boomers, perhaps those that you know, not only, here's what's happening, especially depending upon, you know, your culture and all that type of stuff, not only are they responsible for taking care of themselves, but would you say that those baby boomers, a lot of them are taking care of others as well?
Exactly. So they're taking care of others. Like I said, people are living far longer. So just like I just moved my mom down here. Well, my mother will be 80 in June.
My Lord.
So I'm a senior citizen. She a senior.
God bless you. Thank you.
So we go and we eat off the senior menu together.
Yeah, right? That's so all right.
Just somewhere, and the guy said, I just don't believe that y'all 60 and 80. So
yes. Right? But let us honor you for that, woman of God, because you just said something, and I don't want it to be an oversight. God has blessed you to move your mom down with you, and you said you're now helping to take care of her. That's honor worthy. You know, the Bible says that the first commandment with a promise is what?
Honor thy mother and father.
That's right. So that's a blessing. And ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to overlook that, because so many people, that ain't even on the horizon. Now, I know that there are different things that need to be done to make that happen. And that's the importance of the things that we're going to be sharing with you tonight. So even looking at this savings account, statistical data here, find yourself, no matter what age group you're in, and look at what the averages are. Now, we hope that you're not going to be average. We're going to show you tonight, no matter how far behind the power curve you might be or feel you are, there's hope and there's an opportunity to make some changes. Mm-hmm. And 99% surety says it's not going to come from just what's happening on the job. As Pastor has already said a few times already, you'll need an extra stream of income. You'll need some income coming from other than what you're already doing. That is, if you're behind the curve, or if you already have a mountain of debt, and things that you got to take care of. So we're going to be talking about all that tonight. And the worst category that before we move on, is for those who are now in retirement years. And as she said, they're in retirement years and they've already exhausted their investment, or they've already exhausted their savings. And here it is, 28%, statistical show, 28% of those 55 and older, they don't have any savings. And Pastor, I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but do you often go somewhere? Maybe it's a restaurant or a Walmart or a Kmart or wherever, a mall somewhere. And do you see senior citizens, 55 and over, working minimum wage type jobs and things of that sort? Do you see a lot of that?
Yes, and it upsets me. It upsets me when I walk into Walmart and they say, "Welcome to Walmart," and they're standing on canes and walkers. You know what I'm saying? And trying to work. It is very upsetting. But I do also want to say this. One of the big things in travel is that the baby boomers also are the ones who travel the most. Mm-hmm. So when you go on cruises and stuff, you find mostly that age group, because those other 70-something% have money. Right?
Yes.
Most of some of my best customers that have booked travel from me, or my travel groups, are groups that are in that age bracket as well. And so and the thing is that they've saved and they want to travel. So they're like me. You know, that's one of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to retire. And when they asked me, what you going to do when you lose your job? I said, I'm going to travel. When my millionaire friend began to counsel me about me losing my job, he said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to travel." He said, "Well, you need to get a piece of it, buy a piece of it, open a franchise." Well, I didn't have franchise money. He was rich. I wasn't. Found out that franchises cost $30,000. To be an American Express franchise, $70,000. So I didn't have that kind of money.
Right.
I began to research how to become a certified travel agent, as well as finding what we're doing right now, which has been a phenomenal treat.
My. You're hitting us right where we need to go. So let's talk about those additional streams of income. Now, I'm not going to go into depth on this, but I would encourage you, if you're watching this and you've not already done so, get familiar with Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the books that he's written of several, but it'll give you some instruction about the 4 quadrants of income. And it'll give you a great comparison between the mistake of living your whole life, and it is a mistake, on what we refer to as linear income. That is, you clock in, you clock out, you're either getting a salary or you're getting a wage, and based upon the time you put in, so forth and so on, that's how you earn your living.
Exactly.
That's not how wealth is created. In fact, the wealthiest people on the planet, that's not on their calendar. So let's get to understanding that we spend a lot of time in that first quadrant. It's called the E quadrant, being employed, which has its place. It's certainly foundational for most people, but it's not all. See, if you have a foundation, that means you're building something on top of it, right? So it's the foundation, but you need to build some other things on top of that to bring income into your household that's going to change generation. The wise man leaves an inheritance, what? For his children's children. To do that, it's not going to come from just your regular employment. Self-employed helps us immensely. A lot of the persons that she mentioned, you'll go out, you'll start your own LLC, your own corporation. Maybe you'll start a janitorial service. Maybe you'll start a carpet cleaning service. Maybe you'll open up a daycare. Maybe you'll open up a school or restaurant. So all of those things. But what are some of the problems we find with people who do that, Pastor? Can you talk to us about people that are self-employed with a traditional type of business? What do you find that lifestyle is like in many cases?
Well, if they don't go to work, or if they don't open up their daycare, if they don't open up their business, then they don't make no money. So they're still in the same situation as an employee. The difference is that they have more responsibility and more debt.
My. That's exactly it. So they're putting in more time. They have to cover for everybody who doesn't show up.
Exactly.
They have to make sure if anything is lacking, they have to be the link to make sure that it does happen, because that business, when it's all said and done, the customers, they're not going to be looking at all the employees. They're going to be looking at the owner, the employee, because you're the head and you're responsible. So we've seen over and over thousands of cases of people who successfully build a business, but that business wears them out because it pulls them and they never really get free. I know business persons who are working 80, 90, even 100 hours a week because they have to. And if they stopped, something is going to be dropped and it's not going to happen. So Kiyosaki, he brings out this next area, which is what Pastor talked about. It's called big business. But most of us, not all, we don't have what it takes economically to start a big business. But what we're going to show you is how, because of a company like P2S, which is a big business, in fact, an enormous business that has paid out millions and millions and millions of dollars, we don't have to start it. We just have to plug in and connect, plug and play, baby. It's already done. And we won't talk about because that's a whole new level, and we'll have to get back to that on another occasion. So, Pastor, talk to us about this slide. Can you see everything on the slide here?
No.
Okay. It talks about the travel industry and the fact that the 10 largest online internet companies in the world, out of 10 of them, guess what? 2 of them are travel companies. There's a clue, y'all. 20% of the largest online companies in the world, 20% are travel companies. Pastor, what are they? What are the names of those companies?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So say I got a feedback, so I need to figure out why.
Okay. While you're working on that, I'll just keep it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about household names you already know. They're established. They're multi-billion-dollar corporations. We're talking about Priceline and Expedia. In fact, we love Priceline and we love Expedia. And our company is neither one of those. Our company is P2S. But we're going to show you why we love Priceline and why we love Expedia. But I want you to see the enormity of this industry, because we want to get into the big business sector. And most people, well, I'll speak for myself. I don't have, and unless my wife is not telling me something, we don't have the money that it takes presently to start a big business on our own. But we have been blessed and privileged to be able to connect to big business without having to make a big investment. I mean, if you wanted to open a Kool-Aid, listen carefully, guys. If you wanted to open a Kool-Aid stand, you're going to spend at least a few $100s to get the necessary things in place for that. If you're going to open a car wash, I mean, with a hose coming out the faucet on your home, I mean, it takes money even to do that. You can't open a business without spending money, but I'm going to show you how you can make such a minimal investment and tap in to an $8 trillion industry. And that's what travel is. It's an $8 trillion industry. That's on an annual basis. Let me also say that, to put this in definition for you, or a proper perspective, when you combine the movie industry, when you combine the music industry and the NFL together, ladies and gentlemen, none of those combined even come close to the size, the volume of what's going on every single year in the travel space. We've been traveling for a long time. Let's be clear with this. When the wise men, as they're called, the Magi, when they left and followed that star because they said the Messiah was being born, what did they have to do? They had to travel. I don't care what book you go to, all the way back to Genesis, to Revelation, to the present moment. People have been traveling. It's just who we are. It's our nature. And it's going to grow from 8 trillion by the year 2027. The next 10 years is projected by the analysts to grow from 8 trillion to a $12 trillion industry. And that's mostly because of the Generation Xers, as they grow and blossom and start having children on the scene. What's happening is that population, as it grows, they already have the customs. They already have the habits and the tradition. They've been exposed to traveling more so than any other generation. It used to be that if you were in the military or working for certain corporations or an evangelist or something like that, you did a lot of traveling. But the majority of people, they stayed in their state. Some stayed in their city. There's some folk, Pastor, they stayed on their block, right? Never left the neighborhood. But now, young people, young adults, they're traveling. And as that group grows, this industry is going to go from 8 trillion projected to 12 trillion within the next 10 years. Now, Pastor, can you see this slide? Are you there? I want to make sure I didn't lose you. Give me just 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make sure I didn't lose my special guest. I'm going to have to bring her back in. I think I did lose her. Let me get her back in. I'm getting her back in. Give me just 1 moment. Are you there? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Let me get. I knew when I didn't hear anything, I thought I might have lost you. Can you see this particular slide?
I see the pretty pictures.
Oh, okay. It's too small for you to see. So
Right.
Let me just get you to tell us some of the information about Pay to Save Travel as far as the corporate information. Talk to us about that data.
Okay, well, the Pay to Save is actually headed up. It's about a company. It's about 6 years old. It's headed by David and Ardella Hart, who honestly is just a phenomenal couple. We do net travel. That's basically what we do. We do net travel and basically 4 areas in dining, shopping, any of that. The company's been around. The company actually is housed in Marinetta, California, and it's just awesome, and it's a great company.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I'm going to do. I want to share some very important and valuable information with you. Some of you may not be aware of this. Now, Pastor has been a travel agent much longer than I. 2 years for myself. Pastor, how long have you been a travel agent?
Probably a good 5 years now.
Excellent. And we're both connected to individuals that have been travel agents for as many as several decades. So we're very versed in what the life and the work and the calling of a travel agent is. And we got a lot of respect for travel agents. We're travel agents. Yes. And we use those agencies when it comes to booking group travel, especially, or some of our special customers that might require some extras and things of that sort.
Yes.
But by and large, you need to know this. Here's a couple of facts that you need to know. Fact number 1, no matter how your travel is being booked, it doesn't matter how it's being booked. If it's being booked for you, you can rest assured there's a commission that's being paid to someone. Now, let me tell you the categories that most of us book our travel. Sometimes we go online and we find companies like our favorites, Expedia and Priceline, or Orbitz, or Kayak. The reality is all of those companies are really up under the same umbrella of ownership between the major two, which are Expedia and Priceline. That's why the prices are so in common. That's one of the reasons. Or maybe you book your travel through a travel agent. Pastor, tell us what happens when a customer, a client, uses our service as a travel agent, do they pay us money? How do we get paid? How does that work?
Well, basically, we get paid through commissions. Some travel agents do charge for their services. I don't. But
minimum fee. Minimum fee.
Right, a minimal fee. But most companies pay us by commissions. The difference, one of the things about being a travel agent is that you don't get paid until the people take their trip. So if they don't take their trip to 2019, you ain't getting paid to 2019.
Right.
So unless you have a lot of travel customers that are booking like great trips, you're not going to make a lot of money as a travel agent unless you have a great customer base.
Yes, volume. It's all about the volume and the consistency. Yes. You have to literally, and this is what a lot of people don't get. They come into companies and they become travel agents, and they were told and sold the idea of how much money they'll make. And the reality is, unless you're what you just said, unless you're booking a lot of travel, and I mean on a daily basis, your books are empty. Guess what? Your checkbook is going to be empty because it's based upon those commissions, as she said, that are only paid in many cases 90 days after the trip has been completed. And the average commission, and I know some companies are different, but let's just say on $100, we'll just keep things simple. On $100 booking, and we're not talking about flights because that's not commissionable, but on $100 booking, just to keep, let's use 1,000. On $1,000 booking, what is the average commission of most of the companies? And we're familiar with a number of travel agencies. What is the average commission on $1,000 booking? How does that work out?
I would say between 7-8%, sometimes 10%, unless it's a cruise. It's a cruise, and depending on the cruise company and depending on where you are, it could be as much as 16%. But then you got to share, because if you have a host company, you got to share your commission with that host company. So, you know, you may clear out of $1,000, $100 in commission, you may get 75 of it, maybe. You know, so it just really depends. And then if you are doing it right, you're going to pay taxes, and you have fees, and you have things because you want to give your clients gifts. You want it, so you still encompassing a certain type of, you know, debt, because what happens is your customers will bring you other customers. Like I have customers, and I have great customers, but my customers bring me other customers, so I really don't have to go look for travel clients. People bring me customers. Right. That's why when I came into Pay to Save, I hit the Presidential Club because I have customers. Right. And what I wanted to do is save my customers money. Right. And I found a way to do that through Pay to Save. That's save awesome. Them more money. Because I gave them more money, they were going to bring me more customers. Right. There you go. And we're going to get into some of that. But guys, understand that what she's saying, she's dead on. $1,000 vacation or trip or whatever will yield a commission. Let's just max it out with, let's just say 15%. So that's $150 is being paid, but on that, and that's maxed out. But on that $150, if you have a host agency, the split might be 80-20. So if you're getting 80% of that, just do the math, and you'll understand you're making $120 or something odd dollars in that neighborhood. The thing of it is, and that's on $1,000 trip. So how many $1,000 trips do you have to book over and over again to make anything that's reasonable on a monthly basis? And then how much research did you have to do? Yeah. How much research? So me, I really don't even book individuals unless they're going on a honeymoon or they're going, right? I just don't anymore. But that's my own preference. Right. Because it's your time is money. Right. And is there value in that? You got to figure out if there's value in that when people can go and do it the way that we've learned how to do it and save a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money and a whole lot of time. Because here it is. Let's just say you earned $100 commission off of that $1,000 vacation that someone took. It might have taken you 10 hours of research, if not more, to pull it all together. And that's just the research time, not including the follow-up, the communication, and all the stuff afterwards, so forth and so on.
So if you made $100 and it took you, ladies and gentlemen, that means you were making $10 an hour. And let me tell you, I don't know very much in the United States to earn $10 an hour. So let's just be clear. As a travel agent, there's a way to become a profitable travel agent, but that's not one of them. And the commissions are paid from the places that you'll go, the destinations to pay the commission. You don't pay that. So if someone books directly with a hotel or resort or cruise, you can call Carnival on your own. You can call the Ramada or the Hyatt or whoever on your own, and they'll pay a commission to the persons inside of their company, their sales team. So the bottom line, here's the fact.
And if you if you call a cruise line, or if you call certain resorts like Sandals or somewhere, they will preface on their recordings that they prefer that you book with travel agents. There's a reason.
Yes.
For that.
Tell us the reason.
That one is because either way they're gonna have to charge you a commission. But then if they use travel agents help to offset their cost, because then they have less people they have to pay.
Exactly right.
Because they still have to pay the travel agent, whoever books it online, they still have to pay them a commission as well.
Right, customer service. So as a travel agent, you're providing customer service.
Right,
so
and they're not going to give you all what a travel agent is going to give you.
Right,
they'll book it for you, but they're not going to give you the flowers and the bells and the whistles.
The level of service.
You're not going to come to them for every detail.
Exactly. So true. So true. So it pays to use a travel agent, but understand that travel agent is being paid a commission. So here's the second fact that you got to get. No matter if you went direct, no matter if you used a travel agent, no matter if you went online to one of the Expedia, Priceline, whoever, a commission is being paid. So here's the fact. That commission elevates or increases your overall price.
Yes.
And we have the way that literally removes that commission from being paid and literally decreases the overall price that you pay for any of your travel. That means your hotels, your resorts, your condos, your rental cars, your cruises, all of that. We're going to show you exactly how to travel. That's what we're talking about. How to travel, as Pastor already said, at net zero prices or net pricing. That means nobody's getting a commission. That means that price of that trip, that vacation, is just raw. Nobody is being a middleman in that process. And that's going to keep, what is that going to do? That's going to keep more money in your pocket. That means instead of the $125 going being paid to someone else, that's $125 that you could use on souvenirs.
Yeah.
or whatever. Or to go out to eat, or whatever it is, t-shirt, whatever you want to do. So the thing of it is, we're going to show you how to do that. And that means, so that we don't take up too much time, just have the understanding what Pay to Save has done so powerfully in this market, starting 6 years ago. And here's a man of God and his wife. They've been in business for 30 years, and their experience is not just in direct sales. That's 6 years of owning this company, 6 years ago. But previous to that, they were traditional business owners, brick and mortar and all that, had business taking place in over 30 cities in the state of California, had made millions of dollars. That was all done. Very, very articulate, very, very well put together. But the time it took to do that, the overhead it took to do that, the threats of people always not showing up or trying to take part of all of those things that he had to contend with. Now in this, he says in his own words, his own testimony, there's no comparison. But let me show you what we do. We came in, you guys will remember back in the day, Pastor and I are both old enough to remember Hollywood Video and Blockbuster Video. Pastor, did you have those late fees that you had to pay when you took it back late?
Yes.
We could have bought those. And sometimes the fees were so high for us that we decided to buy the movie. We got a whole bunch of DVDs now because the late fees and whatnot, and the kids would always get them. and can't even find. It's not even in the case. But
can't find it in the case.
Yeah, that's my pain, y'all. I'm still trying to get through that. But here's my point. Those companies, remember, they were billion-dollar corporations. It's like they would last forever. But as we look at the landscape of companies all across the planet, and especially the United States, there's a lot of large billion-dollar corporations that are no longer in business. And Hollywood Video and Blockbuster are two of them. There was a thing that came out called Netflix and even Redbox later on. Here's what happened. Netflix had this thing of packaging everything that Blockbuster was offering and Hollywood was offering. They packaged it into a monthly membership and made it affordable for everybody. And you were able to get whatever you wanted every single month just by paying $9.95. They went up a little bit, but understand this. We've used that same concept. That means we have a membership that allows you to get all the travel you want at net zero pricing, no markup, no commissions are being paid. And if you're a part of our, what we call exclusive membership, you're entitled to that. Now, if you stay on the other side of the fence, we say if you can't beat us, join us. And we say that membership has its privileges, but if you're on the other side of the fence, that means Expedia, Priceline, and all those other guys or agents, and you have them to book your trip, that means there's going to be retail pricing involved, and there's always going to be a markup. So let's look at what we do. Pastor, how much is our membership? How does someone become a member with Paid to Save? Talk to us about that, and talk to us about the perks of membership that you're able to get from being a member.
Okay, so our basic membership is you can come into the get a 30-day trial, just like Netflix. You come in free, and after 30 days, you get to try all the perks. So we have not only travel, we have shopping, we have dining. I have a person who just became a partner, a gold partner, because she loved the shopping portal. She never took a trip. She just liked the shop.
Yeah.
So you got the shopping, you got the dining. You get an opportunity to try everything for free for 30 days. And then after that, each month you get, it costs you $12.95. That's our basic membership. Basic.
Wow.
But the savings that you get inside of it is absolutely phenomenal. So we say, go and try it. David says, go try it. Figure it out. That's the same way they do with Netflix. They tell you to try it, watch all the movies you want for 30 days, and then you hooked.
Yes.
Well, try it. My one business partner, now she's my business partner. She was my customer. She said if they try it, they're going to be hooked.
Yes, and that's exactly right. We know the proof is in the pudding, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, for a guaranteed, indisputable fact, even after the free period has expired and you're paying $12.95, if you use even one of the four categories on a monthly basis, it more than pays for itself. I mean, we've gone out to eat 4 or 5 times a month, and on just one saving, you might save $8, $9, $10, $20 on a meal, depending upon where you're going to eat, of course. And that's just one category. That's just in your dining. So here it is. You have a membership that allows you every time you go out to eat to save dozens of dollars every time you go out to eat. It discounts all of your shopping that's online. And get this. Now, I have Amazon Prime, but I remember it's been years. I paid an annual fee to get Amazon Prime. I think it was like $79, $89 or something like that for the whole year so that I can get free shipping. Guess what? Every time you buy something online in our membership portal, it's free shipping. And we beat Amazon prices. Here's why. Because we load your account. How much do we load your account with, Pastor?
$200.
Yep.
$200.
And that's in your free period. That's the first 30 days. We give you a $200 credit just for trying it, just for giving us your valuable opinion. We want to hear from you. And ladies and gentlemen, let me get you to write this down. I'm going to have Pastor give us our promotion code, and I'll give you mine as well. We want you to go to www.freeclubtrial.com and try our free service. No obligation, no contract. All you'll do is you'll go to that website, www.freeclubtrial.com. freeclubtrial.com, and you'll use this promotion code. Pastor, what's your promotion code?
88848.
That's 88848.
Yes.
And mine is 88443. So you can see what we have in common, guys. 88443. So if Pastor invited you to this presentation or you're seeing it, she sent it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, just try it. There's no obligation. You'll see that the company name, Paid to Save, is exactly what it says. We're getting paid so that you can save. You're going to save. So that makes us a winner because we're going to get paid and you're going to save. You're going to save on your dining. You're going to save on your shopping. You're even going to save on your entertainment from maybe you want to go to a concert. Maybe you want to go to one of the shows, whether it's Broadway, Vegas, or wherever. Maybe you want to go to a theatrical event or one of the theme parks. Maybe you want to go to the movies. I mean, do you love movies? Everything you do that requires a ticket, ladies and gentlemen, those ticketed items with us, Paid to Save, it's going to be discounted as much as 30 to 40%. Why pay the regular price when you can get every ticket you need discounted? Your entertainment, your shopping, delivered to your door, free, no extra price on that. Your dining, and of course, the travel deals are going to be out of this world. All for $12.95. Now, Pastor, I want you to tell us one more area because we left this out. Can you talk to us about the resort program we have?
Oh my God.
Talk about that because the value on that. How many of us have owned timeshares? And ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to somebody. My wife and I, we've had 4 of them in our 28 years, and then you've probably done the same. So the thing of the money we've wasted. Talk to us about the timeshare program we have.
Well, basically, you can get a condo, 8 days, 7 nights inside of our portal. They start as low sometimes as $99 up to $300 maybe for a whole week. A whole week. So depending on where you're going, what you're doing, but a whole week. And you get to select anywhere you want to go. So a lot of times with timeshares, you're blocked off for a couple of weeks, so you only get a week, and you're paying a mortgage, you're paying taxes, you're paying all kinds of fees. But with this, you can go anywhere. I mean, anywhere in the world and stay in one of our condos. And I guess later on we can tell you that once you elevate to a certain level in our company and you join at a certain level, you're going to get a 6-day, 5-night vacation absolutely free.
We're going to talk about that. I don't want you to spoil it. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about everything on a customer level, a level where, as she said, for 30 days, you've not paid a dime. All you did register with your debit card, and they charge $1, and that's just to verify that you're a real person, not a robot. You'll get that $1 back within a 48-hour period. Usually it's in the first day. And then you won't be charged anything until day 31, and that will be $12.95. On your day 1 and your day 7, you're going to get $100 credit on both of those days. So day 1, day 7, that's $200. And that's meaning you haven't even paid anything. And then every month you have our service, you're going to get an additional $100 credit, meaning that it will accumulate month after month. From everything from electronics and digital items, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen it where there are digital things, electronic gadgets, whether it's a speaker system, an amplifier, or all kind of stuff for your phones, your computers, and all that. We have programs where you can save hundreds of dollars. You can use the money that we're giving you to knock the price of that item all the way down, and then it'll be delivered to your home for free. Yes. Every single day you have the opportunity. That's why somebody would join us, even if they're not traveling, just for the shopping, all because of this $12.95. And we've talked about all of these things already. So now let's get into some nitty gritty. We've already told you, go to freeclubtrial.com. If Pastor Deborah sent you this presentation and one of our partners or whoever it might be, use their promotion code. Pastor, give us your promotion code one more time.
88848. 8848.
Amen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, my promotion code, as you can see on the screen, is 88443. So go to freeclubtrial.com and use the promotion code 88443. Now, let's talk about a little bit about some of the savings. I'm just going to speed through some of these. This is a typical example. It's nothing to write home about because we're used to this. You know, someone else would use Priceline and book the Conrad Hotel for 3 nights, and they'll pay something around the neighborhood of $800+. Well, guess what? Why not save $420 something with Paid to Save? That's money you can have in your pocket. Or maybe somebody will go to kayak and they will book something like this Cancun resort for 7 nights, and they'll pay well over $1,700. Why not save $649 with us? Well, there are Norwegian cruise. Maybe you'll book it with Orbitz and pay over $1,400. Why not save over $300 with us? I mean, it just makes sense. This is money. If you wanted to spend it, you can, but why not spend it on souvenirs or T-shirts or, as Pastor said, going out on a nice dinner instead of giving it to billion-dollar corporations who already have it. Now, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, with Pastor's help, we're going to now shift gears a little bit, and we're going to begin talking about the business side of this whole thing and how you can literally have free luxury vacations every single year. And listen, just stay with us. I am not exaggerating. Free luxury vacations every single year. Stay with me because we're going to be covering that. But I want to go to my notes and see who do we have with us chiming in. All right, we got Denise. Lady Denise, woman of God, is in the house. Good evening to you, darling, all the way in California. Pastor Deborah, you need to connect with her. Lady Denise, powerful woman of God. Melly Mel is in the house. She says hello. Grateful to have you. Pastor Rita, hello, darling. Good to see you all the way from Venezuela. Tell Pastor Ila Saul I said hello. We're looking forward to our fellowship in the near future. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go back to my screen and let's get this party started. Put free vacation in the notes if that's something that's of interest to you. If you want a free luxury vacation, put hashtag free vacation in the notes. It's on and popping, y'all. We're about to show you how you can take annual vacations. And literally, they will be free. Now, in the notes, it says pay as little as $49 or even better free. But I'm going to show you how you don't even have to pay $49. We'll make that clear. Now, let me just say, there is a minimum investment to get started. Now, we have 2 programs. We're not talking about for customers. We're talking about how to put yourself in position. Pastor, would you agree that it's all about positioning?
Yes, sir.
So we're talking about positioning, guys. How to get in position of an $8 trillion industry. That's big business. And because you want to be in big business so that you can literally be the type of person with that extra stream of income, that person who can pay off all of that debt, that person who can increase your savings, increase your retirement, or take care of mom or college, whatever it is you want to do, open up a school, a daycare. I mean, your vision may be enormous. We're going to show you how to position yourself in this $8 trillion industry and get what you want. You'll love this. There's no ceiling. No one can tell you, hey, you got paid too much. No one can say, hey, you're getting paid way too much. We need to cap this thing off. You determine by your blood, sweat, equity of getting engaged, getting in position. We're going to show you how to get to what you want. And while you're doing it, you're going to have a whole lot of fun because every vacation you're going to take, I'm going to show you how you can do it for free. You make the first choice of whether you're going to be on the Gold Travel Club membership or in the Platinum Travel Club membership. Now, Pastor, you're Platinum. I'm Platinum. We decided to be Platinum members.
Right.
Maybe you'll decide to be Gold. But guess what? Does it make a difference to you, Pastor?
No, either one is good.
Either one, guys. So you make the choice. Let us make it clear for you what the difference is. On the Platinum, you invest $249.95. one time. And then every month, 30 days after that, you'll invest $125. Now, because you're doing that, everything that we've already talked about as a customer, all that's included for you, of course. You get your website that allows you all your reports to run your business as a successful entrepreneur, all of your training, all of your corporate support, all of that is included. And they even throw in a $50 certificate every single month to restaurant.com.
Yep.
And because you're paying a higher amount than on the gold side, at the end of the 12-month period, which we'll cover in a moment, at the end of that 12-month period, you're going to have more vacation, actually 20% more vacation. Now, let me talk about the gold side. The gold membership used to be $189.95. That's the original price. That's the normal price. But our CEO, Mr. David Hart, his lovely wife, they put together a promotional package. It's called the Gold Membership. Now it's $129.95. We don't know how long this promotion is going to last, but we say it's $60 less. Take advantage of it. Monthly, your investment will be $65, and everything that you see listed is there. You'll have less of your vacation paid for because you're paying less on your investment. Instead of the $249, you're paying $129. Instead of the $125 a month, you're paying $65 a month. So when you add that up for the whole 12 months of period, you're gonna have put in less in that particular way. So here's one of the first two ways that we're going to show you how you can get the most amazing vacation for free by being a member with our Pay to Save Travel Club. Now, everybody, let me just say this very clearly, and Pastor, I know you love this as well. You don't even have to operate this as a business. You can get involved as a travel member just to use it for travel or whatever you want to do, shopping or whatever. But here's the benefit to you. Because you get in position, somebody write position in the notes, put hashtag position, hashtag get in position. Because you get in position, here's what happens. Now you have the blessings and the benefits that are coming your way. Blessing number one, benefit number one. Now you have a referral program that you can tap into that says just by referring 3 people into the same program, your service is free. Now, here's what that means. Here it is as a platinum member. You've invested $249 one time, 95 cents, and you're investing $125 a month. But because you invested your time now, besides your money, to let other folk know about it, now 3 persons mean that now your service is paid for and is free. That's the first benefit of free vacations, because I'm going to show you something in just a moment. That means at the end of the 12 months, you've been able to have a business without a business expense. And not only that, at the end of the 12 months, you have a vacation that's been paid for. 8 days and 7 nights. And one of the reasons you need to write this down is called Dreamcations. Every dollar, and this is so genius, every dollar that you invest from your initial investment, which is your deposit, and your monthly premiums, whether it's the platinum 125 or the gold 65, every dollar for your first 12 months goes and converts to your travel. So that means at the end of the year, if you're platinum and you put in 600 and something odd dollars, that means those dollars become travel points. And that means, as you can see on my screen, these particular trips called Dreamcations, for example, Cabo San Lucas is a $14.99 price point. Well, you've already put that in. You've put in $14.50 by your premiums, your initial and your monthly. So that means there's a balance of $49. Same thing with Colorado Springs, same thing with Orlando. Let me just show you a couple of these locations. Pastor, what do you think about a Freeport, Bahamas vacation, 8 days and 7 nights at a 5-star resort where somebody's paying $49 to get there? Do you think that's a good deal?
Yes, sir.
What about Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, 5-star resort? What do you think about that one?
I'm taking that one.
That's where you're going. Ladies and gentlemen, Cancun, Mexico. It's the same for Puerto Vallarta. It's the same for Snowbird, Utah. It's the same for Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Whether it's the 4-star or 5-star resort, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same for Orlando, Florida. Pastor, do you know many people that go to Disney and they book it? And I mean, can they pay thousands of dollars to book 8 days and 7 nights location staying at the Disney area?
All day long.
All day long, ladies and gentlemen. And we're showing you how at the end of 12 months, this will be literally a $49 expense. And we're going to show you how to make sure you cover the $49 because we want to make sure it's completely free. You refer 3 people, the whole of everything you've done has been free to you. And all you have remaining is a $49 balance. And even if you didn't refer anybody because you paid month after month for the 12 months, that's your balance, $49. But let's go further. Pastor kind of let the cat out of the bag, and she started talking about these 5-night luxury vacations that we have as a special promotion. Somebody put that there. Hashtag special promotion. This is so important. We have no clue how long this promotion is going to last. If I were you, here's the reality. And you know you want a nice vacation, and you know you want to spend the minimum amount to do it, and free is better. If you really want it free, we're going to show you how to do it. You need to get with Pastor Deborah. You need to get with myself. You need to get with the team member that invited you on this presentation, because we're going to show you how to get those 5-night luxury vacations. In fact, when you look at the math of what we have to offer, we're going to show you how you can, in the next 18 months, and I think it works better this way. You got 1 vacation in 6 months. You got another vacation in another 6 months at your 12-month period. And then at your 18th month, let's space it out with your third. We're going to show you how to get 3 luxury vacations and pay less than $300, because you will have some $98 resort fees to take care of. But we'll show you how you can take care of those at the same time. Pastor, does that sound good to you?
Sounds amazing. Amazing.
So, I know what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you see it on my screen here, but I want you to see it on the computer. I'm going to go to the website where it's all there, and I want Pastor to talk about these locations for us. And we're taking our time. I hope you're not in a rush. We're taking our time with this. We have nothing to get over on anybody. There's nothing that you can look at and you will be able to not see the value of it. Here it is. Here's the website itself. You can go to it. In fact, it's called paidtosave.com book-outside.html. That's the page. I'm going to put it in the notes. I'm going to do that first because I want you guys to have this for yourself. So give me just one moment. I'm going to put this here in the notes. And I want you guys to have this. So give me just one moment. It's in the notes. And I think I might have put it in the wrong notes. We'll see. I want you to have it. Give me just one moment, because you need to be able to see this for yourself. And when I tell you this is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen, this is totally phenomenal. Let's look at what we have. Pastor, I want you to walk us through this, and let's look at some of the locations. The first, and let me just give you the details. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a $98.50 resort fee that you pay one time for each vacation. The CEO has put this process in place for us where we can literally take 2 vacations paying that $98.50 resort fee. Now, we have to pay it each time, one for the Mexican locations or destinations and the other for the continental U.S. destination. So they are separate. Now, you can go to one or the other, but why not do both? Why not take in 6 months, maybe you'll go with the Mexican locations first, or maybe you'll go with the U.S. It doesn't matter. Go with the one. Let's just say you use the U.S. locations first in 6 months, and then in your 12th month, you'll go with the vacation that you have as a result of the Dreamcation, just because you've been with us for 12 months. And then 6 months later on your month 18, that's your third vacation. So whichever one you didn't take, now you have a third. Pastor, walk us through these locations. I'm going to just flip through some of the pictures. What do we have here? Can you read those?
Well, I went to my own site so I can see.
Okay. Talk to us about them. Call them out by name.
Okay, so you have Cancun, Mexico. The value of the stay is up to $1,400.
Yes.
So you're paying $129 to join the gold membership, and right out the gate you get a $1,400 vacation. That in itself is amazing. I'm having people join just to get the 2 vacations.
Lord.
Right, because they're looking at it as I'm gonna spend way more than that if I take a vacation. So I want to say that up front. So that's the value of the stay. Most of the resorts are 4 and 5 star resorts.
Yes.
So you get a 6-day, 5-night, and your selection is Cancun, Puerto Pasno,
Penasco.
Mazatlan, Mexico, Puerto Branson, Missouri. I'm getting ready to go there in September. Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. Gallingsburg, Tennessee. That's not too far from me. I think I want to check them out too. Acapulco, Mexico.
Yeah.
Florida, and Las Vegas, which we're going to be in June.
That's exactly right. So that's a total, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get this. Y'all need to get excited. Put hashtag that's exciting if that's exciting to you. I need to check your post. This will change everything for so many people. You've wanted a luxury vacation, and we're showing you how you can get 3 luxury vacations, and literally within an 18-month period, you could have done so paying as little as $300. Now, that's not your flight. That's not your food. Disclaimer. But that's the location. It's the destination. At the end of 12 months, that's 8 days and 7 nights. But on these, you're talking about 6 days and 5-night vacations right here in some of the most beautiful places in the world. 4 and 5-star resorts. Some of them are spanking brand spanking new, ladies and gentlemen. And this can take place as soon as you make a payment to get started in the membership club. And what's that minimum investment, Pastor? Tell us again.
$129. Lord,
so you're telling me that I can invest $129 and that will give me access because of my connection to this company, my alignment with the team, and I can get access to a $1,400 vacation by making a $129 payment?
Yes, sir. Isn't that amazing? And the other thing is that some of these resorts, you can get a 1 or a 2 bedroom. Yes. So say, for instance, and my son taught me this a while back. Say, for instance, you wanted to take one of your couple friends, if they were really your friends, but if they're not really good friends, but they're kind of like associate friends, right? You can charge them $700, like half of the value, and take them and put them in the other bedroom. But ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't do that. Right?
We wouldn't do that. We'll just bless somebody. We'll just bless. Since we got blessed, we'll just bless somebody.
Just to bless somebody, right?
That's right.
And then the other thing is that you can take your children, because you can get 1 or 2 bedrooms in this free 6-day, 5-night vacation. The one in Cancun has a jungle gym area for the kids. So it's not just for you, it's for you and more than at least 2 to 4 people. I mean, you can't beat that.
Right.
I tell people every day, I shouldn't have to even struggle. It shouldn't even be a mind decision. Because we blow $120. I spend that on more than that on a dress and a pair of shoes. Come on now. If you on a good Sunday dinner, when you take your parishioners out, or you take your wife out on a good Sunday, you spend $129.
That's right. So the thing of it is, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about a minimal investment of $129 on that's the gold package, or $249 on the platinum package. Either way, you win, and that gives you access not to 1 vacation, but that gives you access to 2 vacations. And Pastor, tell us how long the persons have to take these vacations.
18 months.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
18 months. You can't lose, right? So you're going to get the 6-day, 5-night, and then you're going to turn around and get an 8-day, 7-night vacation.
At your 12th month.
At your 12th month.
Lord have mercy.
For an investment. So
yes.
You can give you got to have a legitimate business, and you get all of the tax deductions. You have a solid home-based business, and all of the fees, because a lot of times when you're in this space, you're paying fees, but you're not getting anything for it.
Right.
So you're paying the fees, but they're adding up, but you're not really getting anything for it. But with this, even though you're paying your overhead, which you have to do to be a legitimate business, and have customers, because we create customers. In order to do that, it becomes a legitimate business. It becomes a tax base for you, and also you end up being able to see the world. Oh my God, right? And give your children an experience. I mean, you should just do it just for your kids.
Yes.
You have children.
My.
I've already figured out that I'm going to take my children, right? My granddaughter, I already told her the other day, I said, she's having a baby in September, but I said, make sure you take off the week after Christmas, because we're all going to Orlando and hang out.
That's right. Beautiful.
The whole family, right?
Beautiful.
I can do that, right? I can do that. You can do that, because I can get, I can have them all meet me there.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about it. All they need is spending money and and some food to eat.
Yes.
And if they join, and they're all part of Pay to Save, the some of them the basic membership. So they're going to get the dining, they're going to get the entertainment, they're going to get the shopping.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to the notes real quick, and then we're going to come back. We're going to take this thing on another level. You hear me? To a whole nother level. Let me just recap. Pastor just got finished expressing your ability to make $129.95 initial investment one time, which puts you in position to receive 2 vacations valued each at $1,400. Every month, you'll be making every 30 days, you'll be making a $65 payment minimum, unless you're on the platinum. But even without regard for that, you're already in position, and you can make your reservation as long as you're 30 days out from the vacation. So you determine. The dates are not blocked out. Now, you cannot use, the exclusion is your holidays. You're not going to be able to do the holidays and things of that sort with these, but all the other dates are free. It's first come, first served basis. And the thing of it is, you can do it 30 days out, and you have 18 months to do it. We're showing you how you can get 3 luxury vacation, and all you're doing is you're paying a $98 resort fee for 2 of them. And the other one, your monthly investment that you pay for your business is paying for your vacation. You make 3 referrals, you're not even making that. So literally, you have a business and a vacation scot-free. But we're going to go one up from there, because it gets even better. But before I take it a notch up, I want to make sure. There you go. Rami, praise the Lord. She says, that's exciting. Hello to you. So good to see you. So good to see you. We'll be talking. Let's see. So here we're going to go. We're going to go one step further, because it gets even better. We're not even at the best part yet. Let's be clear, guys. It's possible to go on a free vacation, but let me just tell you, even though it's free, you're still going to want to spend some money. You're still going to want to do some stuff, right? Still going to want to get some souvenirs, so forth and so on. I'm going to show you how to do a whole lot more than that. Pastor Deborah's going to show you how you can take it to a whole new level, that it not only is your vacation free, every time you want to go somewhere is free, but we're going to show you how to literally knock out those debts. We're going to show you how to retire early or increase your retirement. We're going to show you how to give more to your church, your charity. We're going to show you how to pay for someone else's college fund, or whatever it is you want to do as a philanthropist. whatever you want to do in terms of generosity and graciousness towards someone else, because it's not always about us. Some of us have visions, such as my wife and I, to start a school. Some people want to start daycare. Well, it takes money to do all that stuff, right? It takes investment capital, so forth and so on. Sometimes you can't go get all the capital you need from other sources. So you got to be able to have a means outside of your 9 to 5 to get that. So we're going to show you how you can create phenomenal residual wealth. And we believe by documentation, which beats conversation, this is the best and the simplest compensation plan in the industry. Now, Pastor, let me ask you before we even get started. Are you familiar with other compensation plans in the travel industry?
Yes.
Are you familiar with other compensation plans in other companies, so forth and so on, outside the travel industry?
Yes.
Have you seen anything that comes close to being so lucrative as this?
No.
And I haven't either, ladies and gentlemen. And I haven't either. Now, if you want to put that to the test, we can look at the numbers. And we want to do that. And there's no doubt about it that numbers don't lie. We're going to show you how you can save a ton on taxes even next year by being a member of our club. We'll tell you very quickly. Here's a simple plan. You know, sometimes you get those plans, they say they pay you 27 ways. Number one, that's too complicated. You can't keep up with it. It's like, well, some of y'all might be better in math, a lot better in math than I am. But that's like trigonometry mixed in with some kind of astrophysics. It's just too complicated. The average person won't catch it. But if you make a plan like this, we show you. You get paid 6 different ways. And we show you where the money is in every one of those streams of income. Because every one of these areas is a separate stream of income. And how often do we get paid, Pastor?
Every week.
We get paid weekly. But lately, a lot of people haven't caught this. We're able to withdraw it and put it into our account actually daily, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get paid daily, we got a daily pay plan. We're going to show you how you can see and grow a daily pay plan on a residual basis using this compensation plan. So we're going to talk about each of those ways you see that. The very first way you get paid, and you definitely want to make sure you take full advantage of this because it's all about building a customer base. Pastor, what happens when you get a customer, someone who has become a trial member? They tried the service for free for 30 days. On day 31, what happens?
They become a paid travel club basic membership owner. Mm-hmm. And after that, we get paid. So we start getting paid $10 for every customer that converts from a trial member to a basic travel club membership.
Man, this is incredible. Guys, that's a 77% commission. And I'm telling you, number one, you say, well, man, that sounds like y'all listen carefully. Every customer that we acquire is, number one, they got $200 credit when they weren't even paying anything.
Yes.
When they maintained their membership outside the free, they got another $100, and every month they remain a customer, there's another $100 credit. They're getting so much enormous value as a $12.95 customer. You can literally, and no exaggeration whatsoever, I'll keep it on a minimum scale, just by eating out twice a month, maybe, let's just say you're not going to concerts or theaters or those, but let's just say you went to a movie or something like that, and maybe you bought one thing online, and let's just say you didn't even do any travel. With those 3 areas alone, you can on a monthly basis save 40, 50, 60 bucks easy on just those 3 areas alone. And that's every single month. So you have a club that you're paying $12.95, getting all this enormous value as a customer. And because we introduce you to this service, we're getting paid $10 a month. 25 customers, that's $250 a month every single month. But then there's a fast start program. Now, we'll just talk about it from the first 2 people. What happens on that, Pastor?
So the first 2 people become your business partners. They become your first 2 people come into the business, and then they become your partners. Mm-hmm. And after the third person, Your business.
Let's not get to the third first.
Okay.
But just tell us the payment on the levels of your first two, if you'll do that for us first.
Okay, so your first two, when they first come in, you're talking about as I can't see it.
Okay, so let me just reiterate what we do. We have the gold and we have the platinum. Now, when you sponsor, this is just foundation. You're literally building a foundation for your business, because we're going to show you. This is where a lot of people miss it. You're probably getting paid, unless you're in a business similar to this. You're probably getting paid on your efforts alone. And maybe you're a manager and you got a salary, or maybe your hourly wage employee, whatever the case is. But it's all based upon what you do. And if you're not there, you're not getting paid, so forth and so on. That's linear. We're going to show you how to upgrade. We're going to show you how to step this up. We're going to show you how there's a system that most people are not even aware of, and they call it everything else. They call it, because they don't have the education, they call it pyramid. Some people say, oh, that's a scam. Well, let me tell you the reality. When you're in corporate America and you're at the top, they call that person the CEO. And I promise you, they're getting paid a whole lot more than you are, and you won't even be able to take their place. In this, Pastor, let me just ask you, did you sponsor me?
Yes.
Am I limited in my income based upon your efforts?
No.
Can I make more than you?
Yes.
Now, let's just say the persons I sponsored, are they limited to me?
No.
Can they make more than me?
Yes.
That's what we're in. So we're in a system that's based upon your effort. No one can be your ceiling. No one can be your top. You can't exceed them because they're in your spot. In that corporate America, or whatever it is you're in, the person's at the top, they're there, and they're going to stay there. And if it's a business that's owned mom and pop, my God, you know you're not taking their place unless you got some DNA that might, get you in. But the thing of it is, listen, guys, let's get out of that thing. Oh, that's a pyramid. Oh, that's a scam. No, we're leveraging. This is what people do, even in that corporate America space. That CEO and that team of other persons who are in the core or the senior leadership, yes, they're not doing all the work. They're not getting paid on their effort. Man, these guys, many of them, even some of the nonprofits, their bonuses can be in the millions of dollars. Do you think they're working harder than you, or they're smarter than you, and that's why they're getting $1 million bonus? I hope you don't think that. They're getting that because of positioning. They're in a prime position, and everybody in that organization, whether it's hundreds of thousands or just 100 people, is working, doing what they're doing. And while they're doing what they're doing, getting paid for their efforts, that person at the top literally is in the most prestigious position because they're benefiting from the persons who are below them. That's corporate America, guys. That's everything. So let's make sure that we look at this with fresh eyes to know that when you put your first two business partners in place, they have access to everything you have. Not only that, they can even pass you. They're not limited to you. But because you brought them in and you exposed them, you shared the opportunity. If they're a gold member, you're going to get paid $10 each time. That's just a one-time payment. If they're a platinum member, you're going to get paid $25 on each person. That's just a one-time payment. We understand that you are not watching this to see how you can earn $10 or a $25 payment. But stay with us. Here's what happens. What happens when you go to the third person, Pastor?
That person becomes coded to you, and you actually begin to earn an extra. If it's gold, it's $50. And if it's platinum, it's $100. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just put this. I'm going to take it out the hypothetical. Pastor, did you sponsor me again? Yep. Am I coded to you? Yep. So what has that meant to you? A lot of money. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to understand, and this is business 101. You want to make sure as quickly as possible you get to your third individual, because that's where the real money. That's where the real money begins, because the company now is paying you for really building a business. And really, you're not building a business until you get to that third person. That third person is coded to you. The fourth person is coded to you. The fifth person is.
So anybody past the third person is coded to you. And write this down, because here's the rule. Whoever's coded to you, everything that comes out of them, here's the rule, the first two will also be coded to you. Pastor, tell us what that means when we say the first two are also coded to you.
So when the first two come in, like when Pastor Mel came in, his first two are coded to me. So I get paid on his first two. Every time they bring somebody in, I get paid on their first two. And what I really love about the system is that the system works because it pushes up. So we also have a way of being able to place people that everybody benefits from everybody. It's not the person. What I didn't like about other comp plans, it was the other people, all the people at the top benefited, but the people on the bottom did not benefit.
Right.
In this company, everybody benefits from everybody, and I love that.
Beautiful. So the beauty of that third person is enormous, at least for two reasons. One, because from your third person onward, you now have coded leadership bonuses that are going to begin paying out. And I want to reiterate, I want to make sure you get this. That means that third person is coded to you and their first two. And it goes all the way down. How far does it go down, Pastor?
Infinity.
There's no bottom, guys. That means the first two of the first two of the first two of the first two of the first two, and you do that thing until Jesus comes. And that's exactly what you're going to be getting paid on. And those are $100 bills for everybody who's a platinum, or $50 bills for everybody who's a gold. So my question that I ask people is, how many $100 bills do you want to be chased down by every single week? Or how many $50 bills do you want to be chased down every single week? Well, here's an opportunity that allows you to build a long-term profitable business, and this literally becomes the type of income. It'll start happening and you don't even know where it's coming from and why, because it's not even about you anymore. You have built the type of depth in your organization where there are people building their organization with or without you, and as a result of doing that, you're still generating income over and over and over and over again. And once you get to your third person, let's not forget, your business is free. So let's put this in perspective by numbers. Now, for the sake of time, I'll just use these numbers here. It can go a whole lot more than this, guys, but these are coded leadership bonuses, and we'll go level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, let me just put this for the benefit of time. Let's just say that it's 6 months. So we'll say level 1 is month 1. It could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months, it can even be years. It really doesn't make a difference. But let's just say 6 months. Here's what happens. If you started with one person and you've helped them to get their first two, and then each of those persons, they were trained to get their first two, and then each of those 4 persons were trained to get their first two. As you're doing all of those persons, as they duplicate down 6 levels, you're dealing with 64 people. That's not a lot of people. But here's what has happened. On just those duplications, if it was gold, remember, you're going to get the last. You're going to get 50. If it was platinum, you're going to get 200. So just going down, for the sake of time, you're literally, guys, you're looking at a combined sum of bonuses ranging from $9,600 to $12,800 in bonuses with just a team of 64 people. Now, Pastor, in your experience with a team that small, because that's really not a lot of people, of 64 people, and you're earning between $9,000 and almost $13,000, do you think that's a significant amount for that small of a group?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've known you had people. I've been in a company where you had to make 300, had a team of 300, and wasn't really making that kind of money.
Wow. And guys, let's be clear. These are one-time bonuses, so we don't even want you to get too fixated on that. Let me tell you where the money is that's even better than those bonuses. Now, those bonuses are generous. I mean, you could do a few things probably with a $12,000 bonus. Team of 64 people coded to you. You probably do a few things, but let's see what you can do when you take it to another level. Now, remember, every business person that you help to come in to this company, this travel club, who's going to work the business, remember, they want to do what you do. They want to become profitable. And to become profitable, what do they need to get? They need to get customers. So for every business partner, they're going to have customers. Well, here's what happens. Our company pays you again when your business partners get their first 2 customers. Now, if this is a person who's coded to you, the 3rd person, the 4th person, the 5th person, all the way on, once that coded person gets their first 2 business partners, their first 2 customers, you're going to get what we call a customer acquisition bonus. It's a fancy word for getting paid on each one of those customers. Now, remember, you're getting paid $10 a customer, so 10 times 2, that's 20. But because these are businesses, each business is getting their first 2, that's another $20 bill. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me summarize this. With the coded leadership bonuses, you're either going to be chased down by what kind of bills are they going to be chased down by, Pastor?
$50 and $100 bills.
Okay. I'm about to show you how it's not over yet. And it may look like you're going to get a decrease or a demotion, but I'm going to show you how it's going to be a promotion. It's going to be an increase. Because remember, those $100 bills and those $50 bills, they were generated as leadership bonuses that are only paid out one time, because the persons who came into your business that are coded to you, they only came in the business one time, and the bonus that's paid on their business is paid one time. I'm going to show you how you can get chased down by $20 bills every single week repetitively for months and months and years and years. Here's how. Because when you get those coded businesses who get their first 2 customers, you're going to get paid $20. And ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of this is that's $20 every single month that those customers maintain their service. So here's what that means in dollars and cents for the sake of time. By the time you duplicate from your first 2 and you're helping them, that 3rd person to get their first 2, and you do that 4 levels down, that's 16 people. We're not even going to take it down. Ladies and gentlemen, we can show you tens of thousands of dollars that are being paid to team members already who've developed this. And the thing of it is, with 16 coded positions on the customer acquisition bonuses, that's $600. Pastor, tell us this. What's the significance of that $600 as opposed to the leadership bonuses that we just got finished talking about? I want to make sure we have total clarity in this. What's the difference between this $600 and even the $12,000 that we showed you earlier?
Because one is a one-time situation and the other is continuous.
My. I hope you're getting this. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to another level. And in fact, if you went to, let's just say you just helped that person who is coded to you. Let's just say this is the 3rd person and they've duplicated 4 times. That's $600 a month. Pastor, what happens when you didn't stop? Let me ask you, did you sponsor more than 3 people?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this scenario will be true for your 3rd person. What will happen if you sponsor the 4th person?
What happens to them?
No, what would happen in this scenario if you sponsor the 4th person? If you sponsor the 3rd person who's coded to you and they duplicated with their first 2, who brought in their first 2, so forth and so on, and they all got the 2 customers, which they can do with their eyes closed, and you got paid on those 2 customers from that 3rd person, 4 levels down, 16 people, that's $600 a month. What would be the scenario if you did that with your 4th person?
They would go. They would end up going. I'm not sure. I think I'm confused because I'm sleepy.
Well, you're Eastern, so look. We know you might want to get some sleep, but I want to make this point clear. So let me bring this out, and I know you know this. It happens all over again, ladies and gentlemen. Write this down.
Yeah. That's
it's gonna with this same scenario. This is all from your 3rd person who's coded to you. If you do the same thing with a 4th person who's coded to you, of course they're coded to you, that's another $600.
Yes.
What happens, Pastor, if you sponsor a 5th person and you do the same thing?
Yes.
So every single time, guys, we're showing you how you can create duplicate streams of $600 a
Yes.
month with teams of 16 people coded to you. I don't know if you're getting this, but man, when I tell you it's exciting, that's an understatement. But we really get excited when we see this. Pastor, I hope you can see this. This is our daily residual pay scale. Pastor, tell us what happens. There was a change that our CEO, I mean, he doesn't. Did he blow your mind?
Yeah, he did. I was excited about that.
Shout out to the man of God, Mr. David Hart. We love you, man. What did he announce? I think it was this past Monday concerning 1 stars. And 1 stars, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know this, a 1 star for the temporary moment. Both Pastor Deborah and myself were 1 stars, very temporary, in fact. Understand that. But it went from you could have a team of 16 people, or if they're platinums, and you have enough volume to be a 1 star, or if you have gold and they're all gold, you can have a team of 24 persons. So 8 on one side, 8 on the other if they're platinums, or 12 on one side, 12 on the other if they're gold. But either way, it's the same math, and you're 1 star. What was the announcement concerning all 1 stars on this past Monday?
So depending on you getting your 3, which most 1 stars have gotten their 3,
over 80%.
A $200 bonus. So the bonus has now went from $300 a month to $500 a month residually.
And Pastor, what does this have to do with all the other income that we've been talking about? Is this tied to that, or is this separate?
It's separate. So it's in addition to all the other income that you talked about that we actually get. So someone asked me today, what do you make? Well, I make different amounts every week because it depends on what I do, how things are coded to you, and what you are doing to bring that increase and residual income into your life. And so, to me, that's amazing.
It's amazing. We literally have 6 streams of income coming in because of this one company. And each one of them so far exceeds everything else that I've seen out there on this one area alone. Listen, guys, I want to make sure you get this. A team of 16 people. How many of those persons have to be direct to you, meaning that you brought them to the business of the 16?
3.
So how does it go from the 3 that you sponsored, that you brought to the business? How does the team of 16 persons come into fruition? How do they come into play? Talk to us about that.
Because as that 3 gets their 3 and they get their 3, all of that adds up. So like I said before, everybody on the team is blessed by everybody else doing what everybody else does, and we all win.
Yes. So Pastor, since you sponsor me, let's make this plain. Can you put people in my team?
Yes.
Does your team grow by the people I put in the team?
Yes.
And does your team grow by the people that they put in the team?
Yes.
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it doesn't take a whole lot to have 16 people on your team. No. It doesn't. But when you do, because you do, you're getting paid $500 a month. Now, right now, the bonus is this. You want to make sure you come in your first 30 days, you want to sponsor 3 people to qualify with this. You got to sponsor 3 people in your first 30 days to qualify. Or that's your extra $200. Normal is a $300, but if you sponsor 3 people in your first 30 days, you qualify for the extra $200 bonus month after month after month after month. Ladies and gentlemen, that's powerful. But Pastor, are you excited about our 2-star promotion?
Ooh, glory.
Glory. Why are you excited about our 2-star promotion?
One thing about the 1-star. When I was in a different company, we had to have 10 personals. In this company, you only have to have 3 personals. You have to have 10 personals, and then you have to have 3 legs of 3, which came to about 48 people before you even got paid $600.
So here it is.
Can you believe that? I mean, that's almost incomprehensible to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it, to even make $600, you had to have almost 50 people to make that. Whereas in here, if a person comes in and they get their 3, and then they work with their team with their 3, and their 3 gets 3. Come on now. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just a no-brainer.
Right. And let's be clear with this. There's not a requirement for anybody to get 3 if they choose not to do that, or they, you can take forever in a day to do it if you choose to. But of course, you don't get the extra money. But anybody in your team, they might bring 1, they might bring 2, they might bring 3, they might bring 5. Every one of those persons are still added up in your team. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
and I have people who just got in the bid, who decided to go to a goal just to get the free trips.
Right.
Just to get the savings.
So they count too.
Right? But then we still count them.
You still getting paid on them?
I still get paid on them.
It's all right by me then. So the reality, guys, we're showing you, I don't know what you're doing on your job, but I'm telling you, if you want true residual income, something that can last you for years and years and decades, this travel space, $8 trillion industry going to 12 trillion, is growing in leaps and bounds. It ain't going nowhere. It's been here since Bible days and before. It's going to be here till Jesus comes. Tap in, get in position in this one area alone. A team of 50 individuals. Pastor, why are we excited about our 2-star director position that's going to take place on the 8th and 9th of June in Las Vegas? Why are we excited? We're excited for a number of reasons, but what happens on the economic side of it all?
Well, on the economic side, we'll start our month off with $1,500 a month. That's not including all the other stuff you said. So we'll just start our month off with $1,500 a month. That is indeed a blessing. It's indeed a blessing. Yeah. But the other thing is that the company is going to fly us out. The company is going to put us at a 5-star hotel. The company is going to take care of us, our meals. The company is going to take us on to and I already experienced this. Mm-hmm. I was privileged to experience the 2-star experience. Mm-hmm. Only thing I did not get was my ring. So I told David Hurt the other day, do you want my size? Do you want my size? That's all I want to know. Do you want my size?
That's right.
I intend to get my ring this time.
I know that's right.
But I had the experience of being with the 2 stars, riding in the limo, going to the show, eating a 5-star meal, sleeping in a 5-star hotel. I mean, I had the whole experience, and it is just an awesome experience. But the bonus is that we're going to leave there, starting our month off with just with $1,500, and anything else that we do is going to be an added bonus. That is just awesome.
With a team of 50 individuals, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I don't know what company, if you're in a company that you've been working with, but I want you to do some basic math, guys. I'm telling you, I've seen companies, you need 400 or 500 people to earn and this is residual. This means hands off the wheel autopilot. That's what you earn residually every month. No extra activity required. All the other stuff you're doing, the other bonuses and customer, all that type of stuff, that's on top of this. So a $1,500 a month residual pay. So here's what I want to do. I want to go one step further. What do you have to do to get this type of bonus here, Pastor?
Well, once you become a 3-star, and that's, I think it's volume of 6,000 on each side. But once you be BV volume, they will start paying for your car. Lord have mercy.
With the team of 150 platinum members. Now, again, I like to tell people, give yourself a year to do this. Some will do it in less, some will take a little bit more. But I'm telling you, it's worth whatever it takes to get it done. To build a team of 150 platinum persons, or if it's gold, of course, it's going to take more. Not only are you going to be getting the income of $2,100 a month on your residual and all the other income we've mentioned already, but now you have a $600 a month car bonus. And Pastor, as you can see, The Porsche, the Audi, the Tesla, the BMW, the Lexus, the Cadillac, and the Mercedes-Benz. Which one are you choosing, Pastor?
I think I want the BMW.
Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we close, we're telling you how to pay for your vacations free. We never want you to have to reach in your pocket and pay for a vacation again. We're showing you how every vacation you can go on can be free. And you got 3 of them up front in the next 18 months to take. And in that time frame, you can build, and we'll help you to build it. You're not doing this by yourself. You're doing it with experienced, seasoned persons like Pastor Deborah Taylor and myself and countless others. When we show you our team and the leadership of our team, my God, you just can't go wrong. At the top of the screen, you see Paid to Save Travel. That's our company. But you also see Goya Group, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Now, I wanted to show you this because this is the simplicity of everything we've been talking about in a summarized fashion. How to start earning over $1,200 a month with a vacation club team of less than 30 people. And we're talking about putting this together in a 6-month time frame. Now, again, we're not trying to give you an income claim saying, okay, get involved and this is guaranteed. No, there's work involved, but it's a type of work that will be very satisfying. It'll be the type of work where you're getting paid to go on vacations. It's a type of work where the camaraderie of personal development and connections with persons like Pastor Deborah and myself and countless others, like-minded individuals. Guys, we have fun together. We enjoy one another's company. We are a tribe. It's more, yes. Pastor, would you say this is more than business to you?
Exactly. You become friends, you become family, you become like family because you're eating together, you're sharing together, you're traveling together, and it's just an amazing ride to be able to be in covenant relationship with people who are like-minded. Yes. And it took me a while to get to this place. It really did. It took me to a while. I've been in several companies, but it took me to it took me a minute to get to this place of being in a company that I appreciate the covenant relationships that I'm building and the value that the CEO has put and placed on this company in respect to people who, what we would call the ground floor people. He wants to make sure that the people not only because we know the people that's on the top is going to make money, but he wants to make sure that the people that are coming in can make a livable wage or be able to help, because we know that they say $600 could save a whole lot of households. That's and exactly. He wants to make sure that at least people make that. At least people come in, because a lot of people come into especially direct service businesses and they don't make anything. I've seen people that come into the different travel businesses that I've been in, and they haven't gotten anything. They paid their monthly fee. They never got a free trip. They paid so they never got anything, right? Some people don't have the recruitment style or the tenacity to be able to do what we do, but he's made it so simple that if you just share, once you start telling, I had a girl, I'm gonna say this because my phone is getting ready to, my thing is getting ready to go, but I want to say this. I had a young woman that came in as a trial customer. She came in and she wanted to try it out, so she tried it out for a couple of months. She saved a whole lot of money, especially shopping, because she likes to shop. She saved a whole lot of money. But then she became a business partner. When she became a business, she went to a goal because she wanted to get flights. And in the basic membership, there's no flights. So she wanted to get flights because she wanted to go check on, because her mom had passed. So she wanted to get flights. So she went in, she got her flight and everything. But she had rented a car. When she went to go, the car, she was able to take 50 of those shopping dollars, and her car went down to $48. So she was like, dang, I paid for it myself. So she went to her hometown and she began to tell everybody. And from that telling everybody, she ended up getting 8 without people ever seeing a presentation or anything. Just by telling them the money that she saved, she had 8 people interested in the basic membership. And 2 people that wanted to be her business partners. Just from sharing just from sharing. That's why I say if you use it, you won't lose it. If you use it, you won't lose it. And I said, you didn't. They don't even want to. She said, no. They just went by what I told them.
It makes sense.
It just makes sense. It just makes sense.
So let's look at this $1,200 a month and how we, Pastor Deborah and I, can help you. You get in position. Start out as a gold, $129.95. Start out as a platinum, $249.95. The platinum is monthly is gonna be $125 a month. Gold is gonna be $65 a month. We'll show you how to make sure that even that is covered. But nevertheless, work with us for the next 6 months to a year, and we're going to show you how to create $1,200 a month through the Vacation Club by putting in the work. I mean, this is no gimme, this is no freebie, but by putting in the work, having fun with us, training with us, doing presentations with us, getting on calls with us, traveling with us, all of that type of stuff, you become a one-star. Number one, a one-star requires 16 platinum partners or 24 gold partners. Either way, it's going to be $500 a month. We're going to show you how to gather 25 customers. Here's what that means. You're going to get paid $10 a month on every customer. Let's just say every month you gain 5. So 5 months times 5, that's 25 customers. We'll give you an extra month, 6 months to do that. So that's $250 a month. Then you're going to earn customer acquisition bonuses on everybody that's coded to you. And we want to show you how to develop a team. We'll show you how to build your team, that you have at least 16 persons with a team of even as little as 30 people. With those 16 coded individuals, that's $600 a month, helping them to get their first 2 customers. So ladies and gentlemen, when you add that together, $750 and $600, Pastor Deborah, all day, every day, what is that? That's
Say that again, Pastor.
$750 and $600. That's $1,350 a month. And that's not even including the coded leadership bonuses that can be over $1,000 by itself. Ladies and gentlemen, we can show you how to put yourself in this position in 6 months or less. And we're not telling you something that we heard about, read about. We've already done that, and we're far past that. So if you can do a thing, you can teach a thing, you can train a thing. And the thing of it is, we're waiting on you. Now, don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, God is waiting on. No, we're throwing out the rope. We're showing you what you can do. We're showing you how you can pay. Listen, with $1,200 extra a month, we're showing you how every vacation you want to go on can be free. That can be, now you're already going to get 3 other vacations, but let's just say you wanted to go on some more. Well, you can pay on those other vacations with $1,200 a month. And that's just doing these things as a minimum. But don't make your minimum your maximum. You can do more than that. Let me go one step up. We're going to show you a solid 6-month plan to a 1-year plan. Let's take a year to do it, to create over $2,000 a month. Here's how you do it. We're going to show you how on track to become a 2-star director within a year or less. Ladies and gentlemen, both of us, Pastor Deborah and myself, we are on the edge of it. We've just gotten started 4.5 months, something of that neighborhood. And there are many people who have done it in much less time than that. So it's just a matter of practice. Listen, it's learning the disciplines. Yeah. It's learning the things that are necessary to make it happen. It's the leverage of it all. We can show you. People showed us. So to become a 2-star director in a 1-year period, this is what will happen. 50 platinum members or 80 gold, same thing, $1,500 a month. Gather 25 customers, that's $250 a month. Earn customer acquisition bonuses on just 16 persons. Now in a year's time, that's nothing, but I just wanted to keep it very minimal. That's $600 a month. Add those together, ladies and gentlemen, that's $2,350 every month, and that's not even counting your thousands of dollars of leadership bonuses. Yeah. So we're showing you how to add into your home every single month by working with us for the next 6 months to a year, over $2,000 a month. Now, of course, there are people that are going to far exceed that. And there will be people that won't reach that, but it won't be because the system didn't work. It'll be because they didn't. And that's the difference. And people say, man, that stuff don't work. Of course it doesn't if you don't. Guess what doesn't work at your job? Your paycheck. Because you might have got over for a little while, but once your employer found out that you were of no good to them, let me tell you what I know happened. you had to find somewhere else to work, right? And you probably learned your lesson, because if you don't work, you're not going to get paid. And it's no different in this business. You work it, but it's a system and a strategy, a structure that will pay you more than anything else out there in the industry or in this market. Now, Pastor, I want us to talk real quick before we go about the value of being on our team with the leadership we have. Now, both you and I, we're honored and we're privileged to be in a working circle of our Goya group leadership. Both of these esteemed gentlemen has asked services of us to be a part of their core leadership, and we're honored in that. But let's talk about both of them, Mr. Barry Donaldson and Mr. Jacob Mickle. Can you talk about each one of those gentlemen and the value of being on their teams?
Well, both of them are really multi-millionaires. Both of them have been in the space. Barry Donaldson have created millionaires. Jacob have created millionaires. And so both of them are solid in what they do. They share their gifting and their calling to want to see this team win. That's what only thing that I could say. You know, they are credentialized. You know, they are definitely credentialized in their expertise as in this business. But the basic thing that I would think for both of them have to share with us is that they really want to see us win. They care about their team. They care about the people. And I remember I was just in Atlanta with Barry, and Barry said, you know, Mama Taylor, how would $20,000 a month be a bad month for you? I'm going to make sure that $20,000 a month is a bad month. I said, okay, Barry. You know what I'm saying? So you can give all the accolades, all the credentials, they've already done it. They don't have to redo it, but they really want to create a team to be able to help us to win. And Goya means get off your assets.
My God.
In other words, you have giftings, you have callings, and these two gentlemen really want to see their team win. Now, I mean, we can go through a whole bunch of credentials, but at the end of the day, that's what you want to know. You want to know that you have leadership in place that really wants to give you everything. They started with the Goya University. They have calls. Both have calls to help us. They're trained. Barry has his own training system, his own training mechanisms. He's trained network and direct sales marketers all over the world. That's what he does. From Mary Kay to Pampered Chef to whatever. Avon, whatever. He trains them. But the bottom line is that he has been called to lead this team and to lead us into being multimillionaires. And I'm just excited about working with the both of them.
Wow. Can you talk about this picture right here? Can you see those? Bring back any memories?
I can't see the pictures.
Can't see them?
No.
Okay, that's us in Vegas.
Okay, in the $3,000 a night suite. Woo.
Yes. Talk about that real quick before we wrap this thing up. What were we doing?
Well, we were in the suite. They fed us. They took care of us. It is just that place was big as a house. And it was a the 2-star event, and we hung out and we just celebrated there. We had training there. It was just an awesome experience.
Wow. That's us in San Antonio, part of the team here.
Yeah.
Mr. Barry came down. Both of those gentlemen, both Barry and Jacob, these guys, they are building us to build others. As she said, the goal is to create wealth generationally for a lot of people. These guys have led teams in the hundreds of thousands to exceed 500,000, and to start out again all over from scratch. That tells you the humility they're working with. Starting out with a team now 500 people, when you've led a team of over 500,000 people, doing it again, not because you had to, but because you've chosen to leave a greater legacy than what you accomplished in your previous career. That says volumes, and we're doing it all over again, guys. You are in a position where we have a company 6 years, less than 10,000 representatives worldwide. Guys, that's nothing. And the reality is, with leaders like this, persons that you're talking to in this presentation, we're about to take it to a whole new level. The question is, what seat are you going to be in when we do it? Are you going to be in a seat that is a position of equity, that you're closely connected, that everything we're doing, not only is it benefiting us, but is benefiting you too? Pastor, can you see this one?
Yes.
You who's this lady right here?
Me.
Where are we at?
Atlanta.
There we go. That was one of our events, guys. It was off the chain. And we're just putting events all over the country. And we're very excited about this. And you guys really don't want to miss this next move. Get with us. We got young people that have gotten involved. If you want to talk about this Generation Y, guys, listen, they know why they can't afford to keep doing what they've been doing or what they've even seen us do. They know that job, even after college, can't last 50 years like they need it to. They know they need extra streams of income. So maybe you have a young person in your life and you want to sow a seed for them. Maybe this is going to be their high school gift, graduation, or their college graduation gift. You want to set them up with a business that's a travel business that they can use to benefit themselves, benefit you too, and you want to see them do well. Get them in touch with us, because we have members of our team that literally, these guys are making things happen, and they're ready for the next level. They're doing it, and we're so godly proud of them. We're telling you right now, as we get ready to close, make the jump, make the shift, get with us, get in our inbox now. Call us. Here's why: because the ship has left, and we are going. So this is just real talk. Are you? I mean, if you have to, I know you love me, but without me, if you have to, are you going without me?
Say that again.
I said, I know you love me, but if you have to, will you go without me? If you have to.
If I have to, I will, but it's gonna be awful hard because
you know I ain't gonna let you. You know I ain't gonna let you go without me.
You got a lot of favor, my man. You got a lot of favor on you, a lot of faith. You know, and I just, again, my phone's getting ready to go out, my computer's getting ready to shut down. But I just want to say I am super proud of what God has done in you in these last few months, and how you have moved through this leadership, and how you have begun to build a team of people who want to win. And I believe that you have been visited by every aspect of leadership. Barry Donaldson's been there. Jacob's been there. David Hart has been there. He owns the company. Oh my God. So San Antonio and abroad, you've opened up the market in Aruba, and I'll just celebrate you and all the things that you're doing. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you and the time that you spend. And I know people, they say preachers are long-winded, but at the end of the day, we really, honestly, truly want to see people win. I don't want anyone to, as I close, I don't want anyone to end up in a position that I was, to be almost 60 years old and find yourself jobless and find yourself unemployed, getting $324 a week that runs out in 6 months with no other stream of income. You have to have streams of income, and you have to learn. And this is just one. So anything that I can do to help someone, and especially help churches, help pastors, help anybody in ministry, anybody that's walking out their faith in the marketplace, that's something I want to do. But I just want people to know that I am super proud as you are, because you got a lot of things that are going on as a pastor. You're building a mega ministry, and as you're doing that, but you're also sowing into people's lives. You're into foster care. You all of that. You just got so many things going on. But to take the time to build this business and the way that you have is just phenomenal. And I just want to celebrate you tonight as well, because you're just as great as any other leader.
Wow,
so,
Pastor, thank you so much. That means the world of me coming from you. Love you to life. We'll be connecting this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, reach out to Pastor Deborah Taylor. She shared this presentation with you. We're not trying to beg anybody. We're not trying to twist any arms. There's a blessing with your name on it. You better go get it. Whoever the team member is that shares this, you owe it to yourself to become a customer or to become a business partner. Let's go to the next level together. Father's favor. This is Pastor Mel Keys. We are Joshua Generation. We're claiming God's promises together right here, right now. Love you, Pastor. Take care now.
Love you. God bless. Take care.
All righty.